Hey, friends, and welcome back. I am so grateful you get to follow me around aimlessly as we shop through Atlanta. We wanted to hit up IKEA because we had to pick up this bookcase that Sam ordered, and funnily enough, when we got home, we realized it was broken, but that's life. But we did really have a great time, you know, trying these mediocre meatballs. The mac and cheese was good. I'm not going to lie about that. But, it was a shopping day. So it was just one for the girls. We meandered around IKEA a la 500 Days of Summer right before we headed down to Atlanta's Ponce City Market. This was a really, really cute place, very industrial and lots of really great shops. So I really enjoyed it. My favorite place in Ponce City Market so far was the bookshop. So definitely check it out. It's just a really sweet place to go spend part of your day and a part of your paycheck, let's be honest. Everything was really, really expensive in this area. Now it's time to head to the movies with our cinematic crusader. Here with another titanium take, here's our movie maven Kai.
Hello everybody, once again it is I, your movie maven Kai, and this week we're talking about moving on and moving forward and starting over and all of those amazing things that come with the quarter life, midlife, end of life crises that we all tend to go through at really different times, because sometimes it's about how old you are and sometimes it's about the fact that the year 2025 is coming up. Like, that's kind of a big deal. And I feel like, the 25s, the 50s, the millenniums, it always marks like such a huge turning point and, time of change, season of change for people, regardless of what their, calendar age is, if you think about it. For instance, in, the year 2000, I was an unwed teenage mother with a penchant for photography, living in a trailer park, gathering a lot of chosen family. And at that point, there was a movie that came out called Where the Heart Is. And it was an absolute savior for me. It stars Natalie Portman, Ashley Judd, Stockard Channing, all these absolutely amazing people. And essentially it's about, this teenage girl who gets pregnant and by this, ne'er-do-well, who ends up going to jail and turning into a musician, like they all do. It's either one or the other. It starts one way and goes the other way. Never fails. Not that I have, track record. We'll just move past that. As a musician myself, I really should just, But it's a great movie about someone who, ends up starting off from absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. She ends up giving birth in a Walmart after being left by her boyfriend. And her mother, who kind of, floats in and out of her life, played by Sally Field, an absolutely incredible role, like all of hers are, comes to go like, hey, let's go be a family now. And I want to be with my grandbaby and blah, blah, blah. And all the money that had been raised for this poor girl to be able to try to get on her feet after literally giving birth by herself in a Walmart gets taken by her mom and she disappears again. So she's off to try to make a life out of herself from absolutely nothing. And she gathers some absolutely wonderful, beautiful, solid friendships from people who also hadn't made all the right choices, who also were struggling, who also were, trying to do the best with what they had. And they all, came together and lifted each other up. And that's exactly how life should be. So yes, being in a very specific situation that is reflected in art and media is actually a book before it was a movie. It tends to speak to you. However, I feel that when you take all of those things at surface level and understand, sort of what someone is going through and seeing them succeed, even when it's failing upwards, you have a better understanding that the things that you want to do or that you can do in your life are attainable and those goals are obtainable. And it's something that, even if you go, yeah, but it's a movie. Well, yeah, but it was based on a book, which was based on a true story. Based doesn't mean direct and, all of those things. But I feel like seeing a movie like this kind of is allowing oneself to accept that good things can happen. And sometimes a lot of bad things have to happen first. And in the end, those bad things were going to happen anyway. So why not roll with them? Why not find your tribe, as they say, find your group, the people who are meant to be there for you and you're meant to be there for, and, roll forward as best you can. Keep moving forward. Keep doing all of those things that make you happy, but will, also, change your life at the end of it. I am incredibly lucky to have a group of friends like that. And we all came together in a time that we all needed each other, and I often say I built a team because I needed them. But over the years, there's been a lot of times where, everybody needed each other. And it was really the family that we all kind of needed. And so it does happen, guys. You can do it if you're looking for it, if you're going for it, if you're finding it. There are so many things in your life that you might think are impossible, and you're going to think that they're impossible until you just bite the bullet and do it. I never thought that I was going to be a grad student getting my master's in a few months and looking at doctoral programs and, all of those things. I never in a million years thought that was going to happen. And yet here we are. And so, don't ever discount yourself. Don't ever think that because of, some of the choices that you made in your life, you're less than, because you're not. You're absolutely worthy of everything that you want when you are being an authentically good person to yourself and the people around you. So continue doing that, guys. Love everybody in your life who shows you love. And even if they're not showing you love, have some compassion, have some empathy, but don't let those people ruin the chances that you have made for yourself. Always, always, always love you. All right? On that, I'm going to go cry. And I think you should too. It's a very cathartic thing. So let's go watch that movie together. We'll have a nice cry, maybe a piece of cheesecake. And, then we'll drink our water. We'll take our meds. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
And I know this is an adventure channel, but sometimes the adventure starts at work. As much as I try to promise myself that I'm not going to give so much of my soul to the jobs that I take on, it really has brought me some of those chosen family members, like she said. So if you feel yourself called to a project, follow your heart and give it your all, because a lot of times that's where the magic starts. Whether it's a spark or just like a new friend that you meet, I hope this week is beautiful and meaningful. We'll see you next time.